may have to leave because the guy's supposed to come at 4 to 6 to leave here. I've never shown
Welcome everyone. A little smaller crowd tonight. Good to see us, everybody getting out though. All right, just a quick reminder, we're still running the status quo with our masks on and distance best we can. And I'll ask Superintendent Joyce, please lead us in the faith. You all stand up, please. We've got a lot of unfamiliar faces, more people up here today. Superintendent Grant's going to cover the secretary's duty. Superintendent Kevin's at home resting after his trip to the hospital, so we don't have a treasurer. Superintendent Paul's down with the COVID, so he's out as our sergeant at arms. And Superintendent Bonnie's close contact, so she's busy. And Superintendent Ross has also got the big C, so he stayed home too. So I'm feeling a little lonely up here today. I'm afraid to go get tested, maybe I got it too. It's too late to volunteer to do it. So it cost me last time, but I'm going to forego doing the sergeant at arms again this time. I'll pay the piper next time. We're all going to be good tonight, so we don't need any sergeant at arms correcting us or doing anything. All right. Yes. Do we have any guests? I see a lot of guests, so I don't think we have any guests other than the guests that I'm going to introduce. And I'll do that right now. We have a guest speaker tonight from the Alzheimer's Society, Lanark, Leeds, and Grenville. Our guest, Bobby Jo White. I'm going to ask her to come up and give us a little presentation on the Alzheimer's Society. She's their fund development and marketing coordinator. Is that right? Only because Bonnie should have been Bonnie put it.
This question is it white with a Y or an I?
Aye.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, please. So, thank you. Most people don't get my title right, so that's wonderful. I'm Bobby Jo White, and Fund Development and Marketing Coordinator for the Alzheimer's Society, Lanark, Leeds, Grenville, and I've been with the Society for 15 years. Our mission at the Alzheimer's Society is to alleviate the personal and social consequences of Alzheimer's disease and related dementia, and to promote the search for the cause and cure. There are currently 500,000 Canadians living with dementia. 260,000 of those diagnosed live in Ontario, and just over 4,000 live in the Lanark, Leeds, Grenville area. But that number only reflects the people that have actually gotten a diagnosis. and it doesn't reflect the caregiver who is also going through this journey along with the person who has the diagnosis. There's currently no treatment and no drug that can reverse dementia, and there's no cure, making the services that we provide at the Alzheimer's Society vital for families so they can maintain a quality of life. Our programs and services are designed to help both the caregiver and the person with the diagnosis and their families. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the services that we offer. We offer education, and that's to the person with dementia, their families, caregivers, healthcare workers, community agencies, and general public. We cover all topics such as communication, what to expect, medications and treatments, options for care, day-to-day living, tips and strategies, and much, much more. It's not all encompassing. So some of the education sessions that we do offer are Finding Your Way, which is a program that helps people living with dementia, their families, their caregivers, and communities recognize that wandering is an issue and what they can do to be prepared for that and to, prevent it, and so that people can live safely and stay in their homes as long as possible. We have a First Link learning series, which is for caregivers and the person diagnosed with dementia, but the person that has the diagnosis has to accept it to be part of this program because it is pretty in depth about, talking about it and what we go into as far as topics, which are what is dementia, understanding behavior changes, adapting to brain changes, planning ahead and building a circle of support, communication tips, supporting the person with dementia and yourself. Again, that's not an exhaustive list of topics. We do have 2 sessions coming up. One is virtual and in person, that begins April 26th, and another one on April 20th, that's going to be an evening session held from 6 to 7. And I do have information on that I will leave here in case anybody's interested in attending. We have a program called Dementia Friendly Communities, and what that is we provide education to businesses and organizations on dementia, and so that people can be educated about it, learn strategies to provide good customer service for people living with dementia so they feel comfortable, their caregiver feels comfortable taking them into a business. And once that business has the education, it's about an hour of training. You'll know who has that training in your community because they will have a dementia-friendly community sticker in their window. All of our education sessions are offered by our education coordinator, Robin Hull, and she will do any type of education. She'll tailor it to the needs of the group that is asking. We offer support services, which is a safe, caring environment for those touched by the disease to connect and share and learn more about the disease and how to better understand the changes that they may be experiencing. Those groups are individual, group support, early stage caregiver, women only, men only, children with parents affected, and lost in long-term care. We do have a group in Almonte that meets once a month. We are starting another one in May for sons and daughters in Almonte, and we are going to be starting another one at Orchard View for families that have loved ones on the memory care unit there. We have a Minds in Motion program, which is a program designed for the person with dementia and either their caregiver, their spouse, their son, their daughter, just really anybody that wants to participate with them. And it's a really neat program because it's not so much a support program, but a program that allows them to still do things together. So it's physical stimulation, mental stimulation. We do an hour of gentle exercise, and then a fun activity that's kind of designed to keep your brain active, which we should all do. We do have a Minds in Motion session starting on May 2nd, which is an 8-week program, and that's going to be in Carlton Place. So if anybody's interested in that, I do have information on that I will leave here as well. We have adult day programs. We run 12 throughout the Lanark, Leeds, Grenville area every week. 3 of those are in Almonte, and that runs on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9:30 till 3. So our adult day programs are for the person with dementia. So they come, they spend the day with us, they do activities and games, arts and crafts, they play cards. It's really, whatever they want to do, like that's, to keep them active and social in the community. But it also provides the caregiver a day of respite so that they can, either stay home and relax, or they can get their shopping and stuff done. The Thursday program here in Almonte is not funded through any ministry funding. We had a need to start another program in the community, so that is completely funded by donations and our fundraising efforts. We have 3 running in Carlton Place right now as well, and there are 8 people on each of those waiting lists. We have an overnight stay care program, which is run out of our Smiths Falls site, and that program runs from Friday at 4 until Monday at 2:30, so it kind of gives the caregiver a little bit of a longer time for respite. And again, it's much like the adult day program, but it's more of like a home-like environment. So again, based on the needs of the participants that we have 3 beds, so we can take 3 people every weekend. And so, if they like to bake, then we'll bake with them. If they, want to go for a walk, we'll do that. It's more of like to keep, it's designed for them to be happy and comfortable and want to be there with us. We are currently trying to open an overnight stay care program in the Mississippi Mills area, and we've started that. That's a 5-year plan. The Hub and Rebound have donated $15,000 towards that program. It's something that they're passionate about, that they wanted to get started, so we collaborated, trying to figure out a way that we can do that. So we do have that startup money for that. So that's partly because of the Betty Neal Endowment Fund. So that's the fund that we are trying to raise money for that program. So that will be based here in Mississippi Mills, and preferably in Almonte is what we're going for. But that's a 5-year plan. We have committed to $10,000 a year for fundraising. We're going to do our best to do the fundraising for that program in particular, as well as the other programs, so that we can get that up and running in this area. But again, that's a 5-year plan, and that's based on our fundraising efforts and ministry to give us ongoing funding for that. We do have a walk for Alzheimer's that I wanted to mention. We have introduced that into the Almonte area this year, and with that money, we want to take half the proceeds from the Almonte Walk and put it towards the Betty Neal Endowment Fund for the overnight stay care program. So we're doing a hybrid kind of model for that this year. We're going to, you can walk anytime during the month of May if you want to walk where you are. Choose where you want to walk. You don't have to walk, you can do any sort of exercise. But we are going to meet in Almonte. Our staff is going to meet, and anybody that wants to join us at the library on May 28th at 9 a.m. And we're going to walk the Ottawa Valley Recreation Trail. So if anybody wants to do that, I do have information on that too that I will leave here. If you do join us the day of the event, I can take your pledge sheets at that time, and we will give out t-shirts. You do register online at walkforalzheimers.ca and choose the Almonte Walk. We do have 2 other walks, which are in Smiths Falls and Rockville. But it's the Almonte Walk that we're going to put half the proceeds to the Betty Neal Endowment Fund. But all money that we raise through any fundraising efforts, all of our donations do remain local to support and enhance our programs and services, because we are only funded 70%, and we do have to come up with that other 30% each year to run the programs that we have. So if anybody has any questions about our programs and services, or okay.
The overnighters, are the clients not upset about being taken out of their own environment to a strange place?
A lot of them are already part of our program, and we do run a program out of Smiths Falls, but they're sort of used to coming to a day program anyway. It depends on the person, but we don't typically seem to have too many people that resist it. I mean, maybe at first, but they settle in pretty quickly.
question. If any funds are donated to the society, would they be directly to Lanark here or just to Alzheimer's Society?
It would be directed to the Lanark Leeds Grenville Alzheimer's Society for it to stay here.
With the exposure of my wife's family of 4 and friends with 3, I know 7 with Alzheimer's that are passed now, but it's a society that I've been donating to in general. But the question would be, I would rather go here.
Okay, so if you donate to Alzheimer's Canada, if that's who it is in Toronto,
Yeah, that's King Street in Toronto, and everything goes to.
so if you donate to Alzheimer's Canada, it's not a bad thing, it's, all that money goes towards research. But if you want it to stay local, it does have to be directed to Lanark Leeds Grenville.
Thank you, that's exactly what I want.
So we can stipulate then, from the next donation, they can stipulate it to your Thursday program, or does it just wait to the Lanark?
If you make that stipulation, it will absolutely go towards the Thursday program.
Direct it where they'd like to.
You can direct it, any donation can be directed the way you want, you just have to be able to fulfill it. So yes, it can be directed to specifically support that program.
No other questions?
Thank you very much. This is my first presentation that I've actually been out to since 2020, so I was really excited to get back out, and thank you very much for having me. I will leave this information here, so if you want any of the information that I talked about, I did bring some brochures on all of it.
One question, is there one number for the whole area, one phone number?
For Lanark Leeds Grenville? Yes.
What is the number?
It's 866-576-8556. I'll leave a couple of my cards here too, and it has the number on it, and it has my email if you have any more questions too. Thank you very much for having me.